Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday we revealed a ton of brand new things coming soon to Rise of Kingdoms, and today the excitement doesn't stop because we have more information about King Arthur, the Mayan civilization, the spring event festival, and the commander swap event, plus more, which is actually crazy. We are actually starting 2025 off with a bang here in Rise of Kingdoms. So today we're going to cover everything in this brand new update that includes King Arthur and the commander swaps coming on January 7th. That is literally in 7 days. All of these incredible things are coming in a week. They just dropped this bombshell of information and they're like, surprise, it's coming like right now. So I'm really excited. But before we jump in, of course, what's going on, guys? Cheers. If you guys appreciate breaking news for Rise of Kingdoms, drop a thumbs up on the video and consider subscribing down below. Maybe if we start 2025 off strong, we'll hit 100k by the end of the year. It'd have to be a really good year for that to happen though. Anyway, before we jump into the patch notes, there are 2 new details that have officially been revealed for King Arthur. This comes from the official Rise of Kingdoms Instagram account, and as you can see here, we have a new comment posted on their reveal image for King Arthur that says King Arthur's dual damage includes combo and skill damage. Also, his active skill has AoE effects. Now, this is something that was alluded to in the actual description here. It said King Arthur is the first dual damage type cavalry commander, which a lot of players read that but then didn't really know what it meant, right? Like, is he going to be dealing like skill damage and normal damage? Is that 2 types of damage, right? Is he going to be dealing like damage for 2 types of units? So a lot of people didn't really know what that meant, but most people just assumed that it had to do with combo damage because, as you guys know, if you watched yesterday's video, if you haven't, check it out, but he has the combo talent tree. So a lot of people just kind of assumed like, okay, well, maybe they're just talking about combo damage, which we see on Liu Che, but now we have confirmation that King Arthur will have skill damage and his active skill is AoE. Now, they specifically said AoE effects, so I don't know if that means AoE buffs and debuffs or if it means AoE, like literally AoE damage like we would expect. I am pretty sure, now don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure I've been poking around the content creator Discord. It seems like King Arthur will have AoE damage on his active skill. Really, again, until these commanders are in the game, we have no idea. They could literally be planning it right now and then they change their mind by the time he's in the game next week, right? I've seen that happen before. They do change their mind last minute sometimes, and so, you know, take all of this with a grain of salt. But I did want to cover that in this video because that is big news. I know a lot of people wanted to know more about King Arthur, and I think we're going to be getting his skill reveal very soon here. I mean, if he's coming into the game in 7 days, then we'll probably get a skill reveal this week. Okay, so I'm really excited about that. So King Arthur, skill damage confirmed, combo damage confirmed, AoE confirmed. Really exciting stuff about this commander. Now this dude says, when will Omniarch get zeroed? Bro, this is my favorite part. This is my favorite part about being a YouTuber, bro. I just show up places. I show up in different chats, like Lost Kingdom chat. I'll show up in a comment section of somebody else's YouTube video and people are talking about me. What are people talking about me for? Hey, people just thinking about me all the time, huh? I'm pretty great. I think that's what it is. Listen, man, the haters ain't gonna get me, you know. The haters are not gonna get me, okay? Listen, as long as I don't fall asleep again like I did in 2021, the haters are not gonna get me, okay? But guys, I love it when you're thinking about me. Keep thinking about me, keep posting about me, keep talking about me. That's the energy that fuels this content, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, now that that's out of the way, let's cover some of the changes coming in the Return of the King patch notes. Okay, update 1.0.9. It's crazy to think that this year, are we gonna get version 1.1? Are we getting 1.1 this year for Rise of Kingdoms? When are we gonna get version 2? Like, it's been 6 years. Yo, let's get version 2.0, right? Like, anyway, first thing, of course, legendary King Arthur, the once and future king, makes his triumphant debut with Excalibur in hand. The child of destiny is bringing justice to Egria. I don't know how to say that. Anyway, like we covered in yesterday's video, you can get him from the King Trials event. Okay, this is only for kingdoms that have completed season 2 of the Lost Kingdom, or I should say, the first strike event will give you a trial of King Arthur. He will be expertised for this trial, just like for Ragnar Prime. You'll get to try him out for a couple of days and then he's going to go away. So really exciting stuff here. New Mayan civilization. Okay, so this is, again, we covered the Mayan civilization yesterday, but this literally confirms after the update you can switch to the Maya civilization to experience its unique bonuses, architecture, and special units. So next week we're getting Maya next week. Okay, so this is on January 7th when the update goes live. We're getting King Arthur and the Mayan civilization. So if you were like wondering about switching civs or anything like that, wait. Okay, if you want the gold key commanders here, wait till next week. Okay, that's like when you're going to get these. Now I suspect that the gold key legendary will probably not show up in the gold keys immediately, because there will be the King's Trials and First Strike events for Siege. Okay, so most likely he will be available for a limited time through just these events, and then maybe like a week or two later then they'll update the gold and silver chests, and that's when the new commanders will be there. Okay, so this happened with previous releases for civs where players went in and they opened 2,000 gold keys and then realized that they're not actually in the gold keys yet. So make sure that if you want these new commanders, hold your gold keys, because first of all we're a week away, and then wait until they actually show up in those gold keys, confirm that in game before you actually open all. Okay, so keep that in mind. We also have a sign-in spoils event for the new Mayan civilization, so it's a 7-day login event to get the epic commander, right? So again, I imagine that they're not going to put this new epic commander into the chests if they want this to be a special thing, right? So most likely the first 7 days, you know, you're only going to be able to get this commander through this event. That's my guess. I could be proven wrong. They could do, you know, they could change how they've done things and just put them in the chest right away. But I suspect at least for the first 7 days, the 2 new commanders from the Mayan Civ will probably not be in those chests. So just be very, very careful. Okay, cycle of the Hob. Okay, sorry if I mispronounced that. Complete daily quest to obtain obsidian blades. Spend obsidian blades to obtain ritual carvings, which can be exchanged for all manner of rewards. Very cool stuff here. Grand reunion, bring back old friends to fight by your side. We've seen this event before where you get, I think it's some number of gems or rewards for players that re-download or start playing Rise of Kingdoms again because of your referral link. And of course this will be like one of the best times to start playing Rise of Kingdoms again with a new civilization and with, oh my god, with King Arthur. The only thing missing is the new home kingdom graphics, guys. What are we waiting for? Okay, anyway, our spring event festival series has arrived. All right, cold turns to warmth and white gives way to green as new life begins to bloom once more. I feel like I'm in the Northeast here. I'm in New York. Okay, I feel like this is a little early for spring, brother. We had some like 20-degree days last week. Like, it is cold here. I'm not thinking about spring yet, even though I want it. Anyway, Serpentine Spring collects snake tokens to help your alliance decorate its snake lantern. Feasts and frolics exchange spring lanterns and snake packs for all sorts of new year blessings. Fortune's favor, 7 days of quests for amazing rewards. Protect the supply, Cebroli assault. Springtime check-in login rewards, including legendary commander sculptures. Very cool stuff here. Okay, lucky red packet, send red packets to your allies. We've seen this in previous years. Holiday chats, your city's commander to earn extra red packets. Oh, that's pretty cool. I don't think we had that last year. World wandering, a new China section has been added to the World Wanderer game mode. Okay, really interesting. I feel like we haven't seen a lot from this game mode in quite a while. I don't even know if this has been very popular, but more updates here is cool. Some events will only be available in where kingdoms have existed for 21 days, so keep that in mind if you're a brand new player. Other events, new armament conversion feature. Big news, ladies and gentlemen, big news. Strap in. You can now use conversion stone items to convert legendary quality armaments into armaments of the same type for other formations. So specifically only for legendaries. That makes sense, right? You wouldn't want to waste these on something that isn't legendary, but this is apparently coming next week, guys. So like, hold all of your armament related things. After conversion, the armament's special and rare inscriptions will change to match its new formation. The armament's attributes and common inscriptions will not change. New achievements in the potentiate category will reward you with conversion stones based on the number of legendary quality armaments you've collected. Okay, so that's going to be one way you can get conversion stones, literally achievements. So that's cool. Added conversion stones to the Lost Kingdom Crusader achievement rewards will only take effect obviously in the Lost Kingdoms that open after this update, but more Lost Kingdom rewards is very good. More incentive to play in KvK and not just be a dead weight is great. So very excited to see that. And a new monthly bundle, Destiny Reforged, that's going to probably include conversion stones. They could make this really valuable by having conversion stones and transmutation stones, so I wonder how that's going to actually work, but we'll have to wait and see. New legendary commander swap event. Select 2 legendary commanders and spend legendary swap tickets to swap their levels, skill levels, and star levels. See the event calendar for specific start times. So here we have a little bit of new information. Okay, first of all, this event could be coming as early as 7 days from me posting this video. Okay, it might be a little bit after the update comes out, right? It might not be that day, but the soonest we can get this is 7 days from today. Okay, could be a little bit longer, keep that in mind. But we now know that to swap commanders, it requires a legendary swap ticket, or swap tickets plural. So this is a new sort of currency or cost for this specific event, and that's all they told us. They are drip feeding us information for this event that players are very excited for, so we're just gonna have to wait and see how do we get these legendary swap tickets. Okay, I imagine that some number of these will be given for free. There may be an event that allows you to exchange, you know, gems for unique items that you can then exchange for legendary swap tickets. Who knows? That's just me, you know, thinking off the top of my head of some ways that we've gotten unique items in other events and holiday events and things like that, right? Also, because it says legendary swap tickets, I suspect that if you are going to swap a expertise legendary to a commander that you don't like, that you just only unlocked, right, like they're 1000 level 0, right, or level 1, whatever, I suspect that it will cost more tickets to like swap for expertise than if you were to do like a, you know, 5511 to a, you know, to swap to a commander that you just unlocked, right? So that's my expectation here. I think that, and again, this is, we'll have to wait and see until this comes in the game. I want to be very clear, this is my expectation, but I suspect that we will get some number of these tickets for free. I suspect some number of these tickets will come from the form of an event or something along those lines, where you might be able to spend gems to get more of these tickets. That's my guess, right? That's my guess. I don't know, I could be wrong. And then I suspect that it will cost a varying number of tickets depending on, you know, the commanders that you're swapping, right? So in the example from yesterday's video where they swapped Charles Martel fully expertised for Huo, who's literally 1-star level 1, no skills, right? This would be like the most extreme example, because not only is this commander expertise, but he's like an old gold key commander, right? And so this swap in my mind would be one of the most valuable swaps that you can do. And so it would make sense that if you're swapping an expertise gold key commander for a Wheel of Fortune legendary that comes out in Season of Conquest, perhaps this example would be one of the most expensive in terms of number of tickets that it costs. Again, this is all speculation because we don't have more information here, but that is what I'm guessing, or how I expect this event to work. I could be wrong. What could be the case is that you just need one ticket to swap and it doesn't matter. That would be the best case scenario, especially if you can get it for free, right? So we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, this is going to be really interesting to see how this actually plays out. Of course, in the official private content creator Discord, lots of us have been asking for more information for you guys, and they literally don't have more information. They're still fine-tuning this event. They still are trying to figure out what would be the best way to implement this event. So unfortunately, any other information besides this is not official information until it comes into the game, or until we see it in the video that is going to come out for this event, which, by the way, guys, I suspect that we're going to be getting an official Rise of Kingdoms video showing off the patch notes. And also I bet they're going to reveal some of the skills for King Arthur. That's my guess, right? And I suspect we'll see that within the next week or so. So more information is coming for the legendary commander swap event, but right now all that we know is that it looks like you can swap gold key commanders, as we saw from yesterday's video, and it looks like to do the swaps it'll cost some number of legendary tickets. And I think it's reasonable to assume that depending on how far you've progressed that commander, it may cost more or less tickets. Who knows, right? Who knows? That's my guess. But really exciting stuff here. I know players are eager to get their hands on this event. Hopefully they implement this in a way that lots of players are happy with, okay? Because this is one of the most desired events. This is one of the most anticipated events in Rise of Kingdoms history, to be honest with you guys. I can't remember an event that players were more excited for than this. So hopefully again, the developers, you know, make this an event that players really can celebrate and look back on and say, wow, it was really nice that they did that. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they actually implement it. Okay, moving on. Gathering of Heroes. Let's see. Complete event quests to earn points which can be used to recruit legendary commanders that you don't own. This is really interesting, and we've actually never heard of this before, I don't think, but this could be playing a part in the legendary commander swap event, wherein maybe it's the case that for the legendary commander swap event, maybe you can only swap for commanders you have unlocked already, right? That could be reasonable, in which case it would make sense that they would give you an event that says, hey, you know, if there is one commander that you really want, here's an event where you can get them, maybe, possibly. Again, this is speculation, I don't actually know, but an event where you can get legendary commanders you don't own, that sounds great to me, right? That sounds really good. A lot of events that require you to, you know, pick a legendary for rewards, for example, the Alliance mobilization event, a lot of times that you can only pick legendaries that you've already summoned and unlocked. So this is unique in a way that it lets you recruit legendaries you don't own. So very excited to see what this is. I'm happy that they're implementing something like this. Hopefully it's a good event as well. And then finally, the new Tavern Commanders event, we talked about this a little bit in yesterday's video, but log in every day to claim a ton of commanders, which includes all commanders that can be obtained from golden chests and silver chests in the tavern during the preparation season. So that means this is all season 1 commanders, but that includes all epics, of course, and that also includes all the gold key legendaries, right? Now the real question is, are they going to put the new Mayan legendary in here? I think that would be really cool if, like, the last day of this event they gave you, you know, the new Mayan legendary. That would be really cool. I think that they should do that, so I'm really stoked about this. Even if they don't, though, I think that this is a great opportunity for players to just get 10 sculptures of some legendaries from the gold keys that they maybe are close to expertising, right? It's always nice to get 10 sculptures of Martel. It's always nice to get 10 sculptures of Nethned or Thutmose or Pyrrhus, right? There's a lot of great commanders in the gold keys that aren't meta, but it still would be nice to get more of them, right? Mulan, for example, if you're working on your Sunset Canyon lineup. So really good stuff here. I'm excited for this, even though most of these commanders I have expertise already. I know a lot of players haven't, so I'm stoked for that. Okay, moving on. Lost Kingdom optimization. Lost Kingdom chat optimization added a main chat tab replacing the new threads tab. You can use the main chat tab to chat normally. So this is basically them saying, like, hey, you guys didn't really love the new threads tab or the new threads function, so we're going to bring back the way the Lost Kingdom chat worked before. To me, look, if you guys want to fix Lost Kingdom chat, the best thing to do is just delete it, brother. Like, just delete it. Yo, just get rid of it. It's not good. Like, it's just toxic. It's just not good. So just delete Lost Kingdom chat, and that's the best improvement you can make. But that's just my 2 cents. I know some people really like it. Added a new option for creating threads. You can use text or images from the main chat tab to create a thread. If a thread starts trending, it can be found in the hot threads tab. Okay, so people, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure how many, I mean, I guess people are going to use this, maybe, I don't know. Really, I don't know if the devs know this, but the Lost Kingdom chat is just used to talk smack. That's pretty much it. So, like, yeah, I don't know. That's why I'm never there. But anyway, King of All Britain story optimization. Updated flavor text for the King of All Britain Chronicles. Chapter titles and descriptions will now all differ for English and Viking camps. Okay, pretty cool. Everything else is not affected. So this is the new KvK that came out with Ragnar Prime, by the way. Added new burg designs to the King of All Britain Lost Kingdom map. That's pretty sweet. Improved designs of certain stratagems to make their scopes clearer. Cool. Optimized the spawn rules for barbarians on the Lost Kingdom map so that a sufficient number of barbarians will be spawned when the Lost Kingdom opens. Okay, nice. Hopefully the spawn rules changing doesn't change the ability to chain barbarians. I know a lot of players get very upset when they change spawn rules. Okay, so, you know, hopefully chaining continues to be possible and popular amongst free-to-play players. I think that's a very important lifeline for free-to-play players. So hopefully the devs know that. Adjusted registration time for the Season of Conquest. After the update, once a kingdom finishes its current Season of Conquest, it can immediately begin story registration for the next one. Okay, so that's good for kingdoms that just want to stay fighting all the time. I can't imagine that sounds very stressful. I like my off season. Okay, I know that's controversial, but I can't be fighting all the time. It's just too time consuming for me. Remaster optimization. What is this? Added remastered maps for a number of Season of Conquest stories. They will be available for selection in future registration periods. Ooh, okay, so they've remastered a lot of the SOC KvKs. That's really good. We saw the remastered Heroic Anthem last year, right? So more remastered KvKs is great. Added remastered Lost Kingdom maps for Season 1 to 3. These remastered maps will be enabled by default for Season 1 to Season 3 Lost Kingdoms that begin after the update. Very good stuff here. Okay, very great stuff. Where's the home kingdom refresh? After the update, new Heroic Anthem stories for kingdoms entering their first Season of Conquest will switch to the remastered map. That makes sense. In all the above cases, you'll be able to switch between the remastered and original maps. Okay, so this is great for players who don't love the new graphics, but where is the home kingdom? Oh man, I feel like I've heard that some of the newer, like, actual kingdoms are remastered, right? Just by default, which is good. Like, that's what we should be doing. But like, I want my home kingdom to be remastered. Like, I'm not migrating, right? So like I need to wait for the remaster to come to 1568, and I'm gonna need it faster, baby. I need it, yo. I want to see them new graphics. I miss it, brother. Let's see it. All right, Lost Kingdom, or sorry, Arc of Osiris optimization, optimized art for Silver Battlefield. Cool. During Golden Battlefield registration period, if one of your teams has members who aren't in your alliance, you can quickly send them a message to join. That's very helpful. At the start of the Arc battle, the top 3 coordinators in your team will now always be positioned at the front of your team safe zone. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Arc battlefield roles can now be changed at any time before battle begins. That's very good. In Arc, you can now only use commanders available in your kingdom's current season. That makes a lot of sense as well. Realm of the Mystique optimization, reduce the overall difficulty of normal mode. All right, great. This is going to make it more accessible for more players. Optimize the matchmaking algorithm for cross-power matchmaking, and now prioritize matching you with teammates of similar strength. I like that. Please continue to do that. Added new tutorial text. That's great. Optimize the art. Great. Optimize display of your remaining units, damage contribution, and other information. Useful. Add an additional info to enemy troops. You can now tap on enemy troop to view the information on its skills and combat mechanics. All right, that's going to be nice for us to learn more about the event. Added a leaderboard. Okay, cool. Added a lobby chat channel for Team of Phase. That's makes sense why they would have that. I don't know why they wouldn't have that already. Realm of Mystique clear screen will now show each team member's contributions. Very good. Added legend mode, which offers a greater challenge. All right, sweet. So good stuff, things we would expect. Campaign interface optimization. Ooh, okay, so fix an issue where Sunset Canyon and Lost Canyon didn't have a red dot reminder if you had unused challenge remaining. This is great. I've definitely fallen victim to this. Game modes that haven't been unlocked yet will no longer be displayed as blank spaces. That's also very good. It's just nice to see them there, right? The quick command toggle will now be shown in scenario battles. Okay, fine. Transportation capacity for level 25 trading posts has been increased from 5 million to 10 million. Ooh, okay, so this is very, very good for players that are looking to just send resources to their main account, to their friends in their alliance or the kingdom, whatever. Very good stuff. Doubling the trading post. Really, really nice. Added 2 countdown alliance markers, coalition markers, and Arc of Osiris coordinator markers. You'll be able to customize the text and countdown times of these markers. Ooh, okay, so I think you could probably do this for things like, you know, ruins opening or altar of darkness opening or pass opening. This sounds really, really cool. I'm excited to see how this actually works. Adjusted nature's gift. Okay, this makes a lot of sense. Resource points spawned by a level 9 nature's gift have been increased to level 7, and a level 10 nature's gift will be level 8. Okay, so they've adjusted this because they've also adjusted the home kingdom alliance nodes a few weeks ago, so it makes sense this was only a matter of time. Adjusting vacation permit storage limit rules. The vacation permit for your kingdom requires every month your kingdom's vacation permit storage limit will now depend on your kingdom's activity level. So okay, interesting stuff there. Rebalance champions of Olympia matchmaking. Fine. Added a new fully voiced commander stories for Siege and Wak Chanil Aja. Nice. We expected that. Updated the skill footnote for combo attack damage to make it more accurate and easier to understand. Okay, I feel like it was already very easy to understand, but that makes sense, especially if we're getting new combo commanders, right? At the end of the Lost Kingdom, the time to return to your original kingdom has been shortened from 3 days to 2 days. It will only take effect in Lost Kingdoms that begin after the update. That's minor but good, right? Like, it's just pointless to have people sitting in the Lost Kingdom when there's nothing left to do. Home Kingdom has good resources as far as nodes and barbarians and forts and everything, so really there's not much point in staying in here anyway, so I think that's fine. Let's just speed up the getting into the next one. Pretty much all of that looks very good. I'm very excited here. One more thing I want to point out to you guys that I think I put in the pin comment of yesterday's video, but if you come into the legendary chest here, if you go into the rules, you will see that they have now added Ragnar Prime. Now I think there's a little bit of translation issue here. I suspect that this is also Ragnar Prime, but we're gonna have to wait months and months and months before players even get one because the drop rate is so low, but I'm pretty sure that this is Ragnar Prime. Okay, so Ragnar Prime is officially in the legendary chest here, along with Liu Che, Gorgo, Justinian Huo, all the other commanders that I've already updated you guys on if you watch my previous videos. So very important stuff here. Also, you can now get Ragnar Prime here as well, so keep that in mind. Ragnar Prime is now officially available in the legendary chests, so you should be saving those keys if you really want him, because that is very, very nice. Now I also want to point out that the official Rise of Kingdoms YouTube channel has posted a cinematic trailer for Arthur. Let's take a look.
Thou hast heard the legends, invincible with sword in hand. An icon of chivalry prophesied to return in a time of need.
Wait a minute, those were legionaries, right? It looks like those were Roman troops. That's pretty cool. Wait, who's that? That looks like Pyrrhus. Is that Pyrrhus? I feel like it reminds me of Pyrrhus, but the shield is definitely different. We've got the elephant shield here, and if we come back to the video, that's a way different shield. So either I'm looking too much into this, or like maybe that's just a legionary unit. Is that possible? Like, yeah, I guess if we look in game, that's basically what a legionary looks like. Obviously this artwork is really old, like it's kind of blurry and stuff, so they need to update this, because this is the artwork from when the game came out, which is like 6 years ago. But looking at the shield and the helmet and the spear, if we come back to the video, it's the same sort of helmet, spear, and shield, except it looks purple here as opposed to blue. So, okay, maybe I'm looking too much into this. Maybe this is just a tier 5 legionary, okay, but still really interesting stuff. Maybe a sneak peek for a future commander, who knows, but probably not. Oh, we are attacking Britain here. Very cool.
Our king, when shalt thou deliver us from evil?
Hey. Yo, literal Giga Chad, boys, literal Giga Chad. Yo, he's going Super Saiyan, brother. This looks really cool. I'm really stoked for this. I feel like this cinematic leads me to believe that there's going to be something bigger coming for King Arthur, right? Obviously King Arthur is one of the most beloved historical figures, and so they're probably going to make a big deal about him coming to the game. I don't know if this means that we're going to be getting, you know, a KvK story centered around him. They also talk about get all tavern commanders for free. Very nice stuff for players returning to the game, so love to see that. Also worth noting though is this dude off to the right, this looks like Lancelot, right? Is it possible that we get Lancelot Prime, right? I mean, he doesn't really look different from Lancelot in the game, so probably not. But, you know, at first glance, like you might think like, okay, well, we've never gotten a blue commander turn prime before, right? Which is true, but up until Ragnar Prime, we had never gotten a legendary prime commander either. So I think all rules are broken for primes. I think that if we were to get a prime blue commander, I think Lancelot would be the most obvious you know, choice. And when would it be a better choice to add him to the game than right now with King Arthur? They're both Knights of the Round Table type of thing. Like, the theme makes sense. You know, if we're going to release combo damage and we know King Arthur is combo damage, then wouldn't it make sense that one of his own knights would also deal combo damage, right? I don't know, this is all speculation, and if I'm being honest, this doesn't look like Lancelot Prime, right? Like if we come into the game like that, just he looks the same, right? It looks like the same exact armor basically. It's just a different you know, art style, really. Like that's really all that it is. Honestly, if we flip back and forth here, it's the exact same armor, no helmet or anything like that, same sword even, right? So, you know, typically when we have a commander turn into a prime version, they change the design of the commander. They add new armor, they add new, you know, gold plating, or they add something, right? They change how they look. In this instance, I think that this is just the regular Lancelot being shown in a different art style. This is obviously a more cinematic art style as opposed to the more cartoonish graphics of in-game. So I don't think this is Lancelot Prime. I could be wrong, I don't think it is, but like if we were to get a prime blue commander, I think Lancelot would be at the top of the list, and right now would make the most sense to get that. But I'm not holding my breath. Again, this is speculation. I don't think this is Lancelot Prime, but it would be really cool if we got him as a prime commander. So anyway, I just wanted to touch on that. There is a new cinematic here for Arthur Pendragon, so I do think more things are coming for King Arthur, which is going to be really, really exciting for the future of Rise of Kingdoms. And there's also a gift code here in the description of this video. So rock 2025, yes, I believe that this gift code is only good for today until the new year, basically. So use this gift code right away. I've already used it on my account, and that is pretty much it, guys. Unbelievable amounts of news coming out lately. This video was longer than I thought it would be, but lots of new things coming to Rise of Kingdoms, and they're coming soon. So save your gold keys, save your gems, save everything, because commander swaps are coming. The new civilization is coming. This new legendary cavalry commander is coming sooner than we thought, right? We thought that February, March would be the release of the new cav commanders. I suspect that we'll get King Arthur as a one-off commander for this event, and then during the cav cycle he'll show up on the wheel, and then there'll be a Mightiest Governor commander as well. That's my guess, right? I have no idea, but he's coming earlier than we thought, and I think that it's because players I mean, like, let's be real, like the hype for, I know the ranged players are going to hate me for saying this, but if you just look back objectively at my videos, right, where I revealed the commander skills for these new range commanders, no one cares, right? Like no one cares, and they could be really good, right? And I have to look at testing, and I'm not saying they're bad, right? They're probably decent, or they're probably good, right? But like people just don't like ranged gameplay. Like the people just aren't that excited about it. It's a very small niche thing. So it might be the case that they're releasing King Arthur because they're like, oh my god, nobody cares about these new commanders, let's put in something epic for the new year, right? And so that's my best guess. So we're probably gonna get him for January, and then he'll show up on the wheel for the actual you know, cavalry release cycle alongside the other new commander. That's my guess. But anyway, guys, I've been rambling now, so let's just end it here. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, drop a thumbs up on it. It really helps out the channel a ton. It helps get this video out into the YouTube algorithm so other Rise of Kingdoms players might see it. And while you're down there, comment down below your thoughts on all these things. What do you think the cost is going to be for the commander swap event, and are you excited to get your hands on the new King Arthur and the new Mayan legendary and epic commanders? Are you excited to get all the tavern commanders for free? Are you excited for whatever that new event is that's going to let us recruit legendaries we don't have yet? Are you excited about all this stuff? Because this seems like incredible updates to me. I'm really happy with the direction that we're going into 2025 here. So let me know in the comment section below. While you're down there, consider subscribing to the channel and clicking the bell to be notified the next time I upload a Rise of Kingdoms video. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. The coffee is finally kicking in, ladies and gentlemen, and it's gone.